to you is the number one most important or most valuable piece of advice you could give someone when it comes to dating and to finding their soulmate, etc.? What would that number one top piece of advice be?
What an interesting question. I'm going to reflect that back to allow myself a moment to consider, to ponder. The number one piece of advice for someone who is preparing to date,
dating, trying to find their soulmate.
So I'm not sure if this is going to be number one. There's probably going to have to be a college course of details.
One of the top three.
But I'm going to pick one. I think that what needs to happen here is that you have to experience a paradigm shift. Moving away from self-indulgence into a state of purpose. Ask not what America can do, what I can do for America. No,
ask that, yes.
Ask not what America can do.
Yeah.
Ask not what America can do for me. Ask what you can do for America.
More or less, but that's the idea. Right? Ask not what you can get, but what you can give.
Ask not what you can get, but what you can give. I think that many people go into marriage or go into dating thinking that this is all ultimately about themselves. And that's why they're trying to seize the best catch of the day. When in reality, if you're able to be honest and humble with yourself, to realize that I'm not looking for a union with someone else, I'm looking for a reunion with my other half. If you're humble enough to recognize that my soul already has a soulmate out there, that the other half of me is out there and divine providence will send that soulmate my way. And therefore, that soulmate is going to be some form of a mirror image of my own. That just like I carry demons and laundryeth in my closet, that person also will share such challenges, maybe of another kind. So instead of looking to catch the best catch, you're being more honest with yourself so that you can be more fair with the person that you're looking to engage with. In other words, if you can experience this paradigm shift from dating Hollywood style to dating Torah style, making your inspiration or allowing your inspiration for dating not to come from celebrities in Hollywood, but rather to come from celebrities in Torah. To be able to recognize that my marriage is built into the blueprint of creation. That God Almighty, who masters every detail of my life and every detail of this universe, is also coordinating my meeting with my bashert. It's then that I'm not able to not only draw inspiration from Torah, but also to be honest enough to recognize who I am and who is a most suitable match for myself, as opposed to looking for just the best deal that I can get.
Wow, I particularly really appreciate that was the thing that you, or the idea that you chose to share, because I think that that's the perfect partner, opposite partner in a sense to what you were saying earlier, which is that dating is supposed to be selfish. And what you just did was clarify that it's a selfless selfishness. It's selfish in that it has to be self-centered to a degree because it has to work for us.
It's got to be honest.
But it's not there. We're not doing it because we're concerned about ourselves. We're doing it because there is a bigger purpose, which is about both of us. It's just that the practical approach to that selfless pursuit has to be practically somewhat self-centered.
An honest self-audit. So just to draw back to the analogy, I need to know that I'm an iPhone or an Android so that I can make sure not to waste my time or hers. Because if she's a laptop charger, I know that's not the right fit. So neither of us need to be wasting our time or emotional wavelength. So broad bandwidth. That's the word I'm looking for. it's when I know who I am that I'm able to know what I'm looking for so that we can both be happy. The Rebbe spoke about the importance of marrying within the faith for exactly that same reason. It might look at the outset like the woman that you're wanting to marry, she might seem like a good fit right now. But if she's of another faith, then the Torah is telling you clear and outright that it's not going to be able to last. It's not going to be an enduring union because you're not part of the same soul.
And perhaps more importantly, that it's just not correct for you.
That's exactly right. So in other words, if you're focused on self-indulgence, if it's a selfishness, to use your choice of words, then you might be hurting both of yourselves. But if it's a selfless selfishness, which means because I care about both of our time, that's why I need to know who I am. If you're coming in with that approach, then you know who fits into your horizons to be able to be a potential suitor. And more importantly, you know who doesn't fit into your horizons to be able to know whose time you're not going to be wasting.